call this meeting to order for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Susan Payne,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Sharon McDonald,
Here.
Commissioner Crystal Guthrie,
Here.
Commissioner Stephen Burnett,
Here.
Commissioner Warren Robinson,
Here.
Commissioner Josh Reardon,
Here.
Commissioner Mark Tapley.
Here.
Madam Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Dylan. We're going to start with the invocation. I don't see Pastor Hanks here, so I'll go ahead and do it. And that will be followed by the pledge led by Commissioner Tapley. Sorry. If everybody will stand, please. Father God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for this time, Lord, that we can come together and talk about the business of this city, Lord. Let us have open minds and pure hearts, Lord, and let us use wisdom and discernment in doing what's best for this community. Lord, I pray that you would just be with us, bless this time, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please follow me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to move on to the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
A motion from Commissioner McDonald. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Commissioner Robinson. Can we put up the vote, please?
Mayor Pro Tem McDonald, we're waiting for your vote.
I just did it.
And motion passes 7-0. We will move on to presentations. I have one tonight. I'll go ahead and come down here. Ms. Kathy, if you want to come up. So every year we recognize Constitution Week. I think probably of all the proclamations, this is one of the most important that I believe that we do. I'm happy to do this. This is Kathy Prather. She's our former county treasurer, and she is, I don't know if you have a position with DAR or you're just with DAR. State representative for DAR, which is Daughters of American Revolution, and a dear friend of mine. So I'm very honored to do this for her. I think it's important, like I said, that we recognize our Constitution. Interestingly enough, I'm taking a class right now. We've been talking a lot about that. So it's always a great reminder, and I'm happy to recognize that. So I do have a proclamation from the City of Alamogordo Executive Offices. Whereas September 17, 2025 marks the 238th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Susan Payne, Mayor of the City of Alamogordo, New Mexico, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week, and urge all citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privilege of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities that privilege involves. And does somebody want to do a picture for me? That would be lovely. Thanks, Stephanie. I'm sure. All right. And there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. moving on. We're going to move on to public comment. We do have one person signed up, Scott Frederick, and I believe he's going to talk about the upcoming honor flight.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners, good to be here in front of you guys again. Talk about one of our 2 missions that we support here locally for this time 4, possibly a 5th, all Vietnam veterans, which is a huge part of this mission, is welcoming people back who never got a good welcome home when they went to war for their country before. So the honor flight, if you're not familiar, flies veterans to Washington, D.C. They go to Arlington, they go to all the memorials, and then this is a group of 65 to 90 to 95-year-olds coming back with about an 18-hour travel day, received at El Paso Airport by Fort Bliss, runs a great show down there, the city of El Paso, huge welcome, bands, cheerleaders, you name it at the airport. And then they kind of got cheated for years because they went back to Cruces. And our veterans here deserved a local welcome home. And that's what my organization that I'm a part of here locally, the U.S. Veterans Motorcycle Club, we escort in accordance or with Patriot Guard Riders. And their state captain, James Ernst, is one of the veterans going on this trip this year. We escort them back from El Paso. In the past, we have had great support from APD, our fire department, the state police, our sheriff's department, Border Patrol, giving these guys and gals an escort back to Patrons Hall, another great local supporter of this event. They opened that up, and we received them there with some handshakes and some heartfelt welcome homes and thank yous. This trip is 27 September. They arrive between 4 and 4:30 at El Paso. It takes about 90 minutes to get them out of here, and then we will escort them back at legal limits, usually a pretty quick trip. And we should be back here to Patrons Hall about 7 to 7:30 on Saturday, the 27th of September. Please bring out welcome home signs, American flags, welcome home some folks that probably did not get a good welcome home when they came back from Vietnam. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm putting it in my phone so I don't forget. We must schedule in advance sometimes. All righty. We're going to move on to the city manager's report.
Good morning. Oh, good evening. Good evening.
No, not morning.
I
We
know.
don't want to do this over, no.
It's a good day. I don't really have anything. I just wanted to remind the commission I'm going to be off some days next week, so I won't be available Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm all yours if you need me. I'll have my phone on. So I really don't have much unless you guys have questions for me.
Okay. We'll move on to remarks and inquiries by the city commission.
Got one quick one. Do we have an update down on New York? Why there's nobody down there working?
New York is
How's-
ahead of schedule, and they work. Justin wants to talk, apparently.
I just driving down there every day. I don't quite understand why they can't get that north side done and completed and open.
They're ahead of schedule, so they're on time. That's not one that we have issues with the scheduling, and they're going, technically, they have through November and June to complete, but they're going to be completed by October. So they use their days wisely, but I'll let Justin.
It just, to the public, it just looks bad that the project sits there with nobody working and then they come.
They're there every day, Monday through Thursday.
I was down there today.
I'm there every day. They're actually there today, forming all the pylons. So they're across the street on 10th Street in front of the courthouse this morning. They did the other 3 pylons. I was there this morning. And they're actually cleaning up 900 block. They're doing a punch list early, so that way, as they're waiting for concrete, because concrete obviously got a schedule. So they're cleaning up 900 block, getting that cleaned up as they're waiting for concrete tomorrow. They're going to pour 18 yards tomorrow, so they've been there every day.
I just was there by like 2:30 this afternoon. There wasn't a single employee down there.
So they probably left early because they're going to be pouring all day tomorrow. They're pouring
Okay.
a bunch of yards tomorrow, so.
Like I say, just the appearance down there just doesn't really.
But
seem
they
like-
are ahead of schedule, way ahead of schedule.
All right,
Because with the change orders, their technically completion date's not until June of next year,
okay,
so.
all right.
And there
Like I
will
say,
be-
just
yeah.
to the public, it just looks bad when you drive by there and there's nobody there. So,
Yeah, no, they're there,
all of those businesses down there, I'm sure, are ready to be open, so.
yeah.
We meet with the businesses
I meet with
regularly.
them outside of
Okay.
work hours. I actually go down there. As Sharon knows, I'm there all the time, talking to the owners outside of work, making sure everybody's happy, and all the owners are happy. So I've been making sure that's happening, so.
Like I say, I was down there about 2:30 and I didn't see a single person, so. But thank you.
No issues with the flooding with the recent rains on New York?
No.
Oh, good, good. Everything's going smoothly.
Yes.
Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I too have talked to business owners, and they seem very excited about what's going to happen down there, so I'm excited about it, I know that. Anyway, does anybody else have anything?
I got one thing. Stephanie, I was driving down Scenic Extension on Friday, and I stopped and talked to a gentleman, Mr. Leonard, and he had a wheelbarrow, a shovel, chopping down weeds on the sidewalk. And I've asked before to have them chopped down. I don't understand why we're not getting it done.
When did you ask? I don't remember, I'm sorry.
About a month ago
On North Scenic, the bypass?
on the extension.
I'll see if we have a contract for weeds, so I'll see where Jimmy is on that.
I mean,
I apologize, I don't remember that question, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, we do have a contract for somebody to come out and do it, and yet we got our citizens out there, and it was 2 days in a row that him and another gentleman were out there.
We have a lot of weeds everywhere, so we're working through.
I understand that.
We're working through it, but I'll see where.
I'm just saying, we're citing our citizens
I get
for not
it.
picking up weeds, yet we're
I
not
get it.
doing ourselves.
We had a great monsoon season this
Right.
year.
Stephanie, where are we on the Juniper study?
I believe they're going to put up traffic counts, speed monitor signs, something else. So we waiting for the task order to get signed, and they'll start putting that up. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. So yeah.
Anybody else? Go
I'm
right
just going to
ahead.
touch back on the weed situation. Who is actually, is that it actually an outside source that we're using? I mean,
We got a couple of them. We got 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, do they have like a list, say, hey, we're going to go down this street or this street? Or?
They have areas of the town that they're doing it. Off the top of my head, but if they have a list, I can get it from Weeds and Drainage and Parks, because they're kind of tag teaming that. So I can get a list of where they're at when they're at.
That drainage ditch by your house, has that been touched?
No, that's I think you could actually, I think there's a forest growing down Desert Lakes Road, so.
I remember that one, yeah.
Lavelle Road also.
So it's just, I know that, it just, I don't know if a citizen could call up and say, hey, are they scheduled to do this road on this date? Or, I don't know if that's the situation, so.
Yeah, I got a list on how they're allocating that work, so.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks. That's it.
Anybody else? No? We don't want to add to the mix, no? Okay. All righty then. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Does anybody have anything they want to pull off the consent agenda? Oh, okay. Do I have a motion to approve items 2 through 5 on the consent agenda?
So moved.
A motion from Commissioner Burnett. Do I have a second?
A second.
Whoa, there's 2 of you. I'm shocked. Okay. Second from Commissioner Tapley. Can we put up the vote, please? And motion passes 7-0. We will move on to new business. Item 6, consider and act upon ordinance 1717 for first publication approving a loan agreement in the amount of $12 million with the Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Fund for the construction of approximately 6.5 miles dedicated transmission water line from Snake Tank Well 5. I wanted to make sure I read that out loud for people watching at home, so.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioners. So I'm bringing forward for you the Ordinance 1717 for first publication. This is actually a loan agreement that we requested many years ago, but we have been working on the right-of-way issues that face this project since it does go down the DOT right-of-way and the railroad. So those issues have been mostly solved. It's currently at the State Land Office for their final review. So the New Mexico Finance Authority felt like we were in a good place that we could go ahead and close on this loan. So this is $12 million to get us hopefully 6.5 miles, probably closer to 5 miles of additional dedicated well pipeline. Any questions?
And can you tell us what this pipeline is for?
Sure. This pipeline is to convey water from the Snake Tank well field to wherever the commission decides to have the RO plant reside. This will get us from 1 mile south of the Snake Tank Road to right about where the overpass is in Tularosa. So right there where Railroad Road is.
Perfect. All right. Anybody have any questions?
What fund will be used for the debt service on this? It'll be coming out of 81?
This comes out of 81.
Out of 81?
Yep. And this is a water, a state revolving loan fund, so it does have a forgiveness on it. And I have it in the agenda report, how much
Yeah,
is
it's like
the
seven-
top. Yeah, I think it's like
7
7.5, I think.
It will actually pay back.
Correct.
So we get like, what, 4 million for free?
Yeah.
5 million? Is the 6.5 miles, is that based off of the engineer's estimate? But you guys are thinking we'll only get about 5?
Yeah, so originally, when this originally was put in, you know, it was pre-tariffs, pre some of the other stuff that's happened. So Dave feels that we're closer to 5 to maybe 5.5.
How many miles will be left after we get this done?
13, right?
After this is done? Okay.
To the La Luz Connect, and that's when the decision's going to need to be made.
That's when the what?
The decision's going to be made when you get to that La Luz Connect. And do you turn it up to La Luz and put the RO at La Luz, or do you continue to spend a lot of money on pipeline to get it down
Isn't
to
it
Lavelle?
already in most of the way from La Luz to the plant?
He's gonna have to answer. I did pretty good. I had the
I was
basics.
going to say, I know there's,
You did really well.
Did very well.
yeah. I thought they put in quite a bit of that line going down the bypass to the Lavelle Road facility.
Yeah, there is a well trans line. I'm Dave Nunley for the record, but Utilities Director. Either way, there is the well trans line is from the La Luz Gate Road all the way to the existing RO facility. And this, once we get the next 13 miles, it would be connecting that. What she's getting at is the decision at some point, because that was built as a peaking facility, you know, but the overall facility, right now that cost, it's going to be about 3 times the amount of water just because we have to pump it from there, pump it there, pump it over to West Side, and then pump it back over here to get it to green to go into the entire system. Whereas the decision at some point is going to be, do we want to relocate that up to La Luz and make it to where we pump it from the snake tank directly into town and then blend it
Process
with the
it and
entire
blend it,
system? Yeah.
Okay. I just remember they'd already put in a lot of that line.
Yeah, they did back in 2004 and 2006, and that was also under drinking water revolving loan.
So what are we going to do with all that line that's in the ground if we decide to change?
We'd repurpose it with
Repurpose it.
transmission mains, be able to convey water from green quickly over to zone 4, zone 5.
Okay.
I mean, there's definite,
Uses for it?
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I had a question. How long is it going to take for the 6.5 miles to be completed?
I think we've got that anticipated to be about a 14-month project. And that's also 24-inch pipeline is made to order too, so it depends on availability. Once we do notice to proceed, and then, you know, it could be here in 3 months, it could be here in 9 months. It's hard to say. It just depends on the supply and demand at that point.
I usually call and ask ahead of time, but thank you.
Right.
I didn't ask.
And that one will get some question. Most people won't even realize it's a city project because it's going to be, you know, roughly 6 miles outside of Tularosa.
Right.
So hopefully we can start advertising. And
Is the line from Snake Tank down to the highway already done?
yes, the line is from Snake Tank well field all the way down to the highway, and then we have 1 mile from that intersection coming towards
Town?
Town,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is where that'll start, is that 1 mile mark going towards Tularosa?
Correct.
Okay.
So hopefully we can have dual conveyance systems, you know, the one we have out there for Bonito, and then eventually get the water line from the snake tank. So we have that to fall back on in the event that we have another catastrophic fire up here in our spring area, which is not a matter of if, it's when.
Thank you.
That's positivity for you.
Just Dave.
Anybody else? Okay, do I have a motion to approve item 6?
So moved.
A motion from Commissioner Robinson. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Commissioner Guthrie. Can we put up the vote, please? And motion passes 7-0. We'll move on to item 7, consider and act upon resolution 2025-29, a resolution expressing the intent of the city of Alamogordo, New Mexico to cooperate with Otero County, New Mexico to designate the proposed redevelopment area as a metropolitan redevelopment area under the Metropolitan Redevelopment Code, and to prepare and approve a metropolitan redevelopment plan for the rehabilitation and redevelopment of such area, including the Patriot Point development, and authorize a 7-year redevelopment tax abatement through the Metropolitan Redevelopment Code process. That was a mouthful. You're on.
You could thank Chris Muirhead for that. So when we first put this on the agenda, staff had recommending not approving because we still had a bunch of questions that we needed to answer. Finally got a hold of Chris today, so staff has changed their stance on that. We no longer oppose it. Some of the questions were regarding liability to the city, exposure, claims of favoritism, all of those issues that have either been brought from the commission or that we had ourselves. We were satisfied with the answers that Chris gave us, that the exposure to the city is very limited, and so we no longer oppose this resolution. We do need to make a change to item number 6, based on the conversation with Chris and our discussion of it. That number 6 currently reads, should the designation of the proposed redevelopment area, the necessity ordinance, or related action be challenged in litigation or administrative proceedings, the county agrees to aid in defending such actions. It will be changed to, should the designation of the proposed metropolitan redevelopment area or subsequent metropolitan redevelopment plan be challenged in litigation or administrative proceedings, it shall be the duty of the county to defend such actions. And the reason for that is the county is the ones who are going to actually be doing the Metropolitan Redevelopment Act. So it doesn't fall to the city for that. So with that, if you have any further questions, Daryl talked to Chris today. I believe he spoke to RB today, I think. And so staff is good with it, if you guys want to discuss it.
So the city will not incur any liability if this goes to court. It will be on the county.
Right. So with anything, anybody can, I mean, in the world today, anybody can sue over anything. So there's nothing that's 100% litigation proof. However, in this instant case, for this specific parcel that we're looking to eventually adopt an ordinance to allow Otero County to develop a metropolitan redevelopment plan. Again, after going through with RB, with our contract attorneys as well, the exposure to the city is very limited, which was one of the chief concerns of the commission. And so once that kind of got, and of myself, lawyers were the fun police. So, but this one, through the answers that we got and the research that we did, it does limit the liability to the city, allowing us to have a little bit more reign to explore these options.
Okay. And then what about if, is everything on a case-by-case basis? So, because I've had a lot of phone calls about this, and a lot of the phone calls are, well, do we get to do the same thing? And so is everything on a case-by-case basis?
So.
Because I think part of the litigation would be is if the next person doesn't get the same deal as this one.
Right, and so what would happen with that would be, should a developer or an area that the commission sees a need for this to happen, or if a developer requests it, if it can fit those definitions and those parameters that apply to this, then, that would be something that we would then consider and be like, okay, if it checks those boxes and is defendable, then that's something that we could look at. Again, this one specifically is for housing, which Alamogordo and Otero County have a desperate need for. But so it will be a very case-by-case thing. This is
Well,
not,
I'm actually specifically thinking about housing.
right. So it would be a case-by-case. I mean, every single parcel or area of land that would be seeking this type of designation or ordinance would be different. So it would be a case-by-case.
Yeah. Come on. If this one fits the definition, the rest of them should.
Daryl, go ahead.
So is this area going to be considered blight? Is that the term
So
that's going to be
the general
associated?
process that would happen is upon, this resolution is to show that the city of Alamogordo is in good faith considering this as an option. What would then happen next, should this resolution go forth, then it would be upon the county to start doing some public hearings and stuff like that. There are check boxes that are required of any county or municipality attempting to create a MRA. And so as that ball gets going, the city's requirements are to create an ordinance designating that there is a specific need for housing in the area, and that through that and designating that that they would support the county in their plans to create an MRA. And then it would be the county that is actually designating a specific parcel or area as a blighted area, which is where that liability shifts from the city to the county, as they would be the ones proposing the plan and all of those the nuances that go into that. So what would be required from the city is eventually an ordinance stating, again, the need for housing and economic development, and then supporting the county in their plan in their efforts to create an MRA.
So just so I'm clear, this does not include declaring it blight if we approve this.
This resolution is solely stating that the city of Alamogordo and its commission has a good faith intent to support and make way for the county to open and exercise an MRA. We openly talked about how the plan is for a tax abatement for the plot for that specific plot and parcel. But so this is just stating our intent, so then that way the developer has something to take to HUD saying the ball is rolling, this is the plan, and this is what we're striving for. But this is not, this resolution right here is not designating it a blight. It is saying that the city is open and trying to help the county in their process of going through the Metropolitan Redevelopment Act and creating a plan.
And before I'm finished, I'm looking at approximately 228 units, and I thought it was 114. Did something change? It says the development is consisting of approximately 228 units, including 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And I thought it was only 114.
It is.
Where are you
Somebody-
seeing that?
Let's
Oh,
see.
I see it. We'll
Yeah.
change that to 114 units.
Somebody doubled something somewhere.
Chris?
You done, sure?
Just kidding.
Just got a quick question. And basically by us doing this resolution and supporting this, this is mainly so that he can apply for HUD funding, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the
Not apply
difference,
for HUD funding.
or
He-
not apply for, but,
He's getting a secure loan, but
Through
his
HUD.
financing is through a private bank.
okay, but it's backed by HUD
Correct.
essentially. Okay, so that's going to basically be the difference between, say, a private developer coming in and asking us to do this and us doing this for him, correct?
And actually, that's how I understand it, but is that how it works? Please.
Okay.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for taking this time. Let me clarify what the HUD commitment is, right? So I signed the HUD commitment. Basically, HUD has approved a $21 million loan, which requires about another $3 million equity from us as developers, okay? It doesn't obligate me to close the loan. What I'm doing right now is trying to justify the numbers that we have. And what I've asked of you to approve this tax abatement or the RTA program is basically to assist us in getting the deal done, okay? Because the numbers are not working right now, all right? But it's already been approved. What's going to happen now is that it goes to Wall Street. It goes to a trading partner to secure the money. The HUD commitment is basically an insurance policy by the federal government that insures me, that says if I fail, the Department of Housing picks up the project, okay? Then the funding will go through. All I'm trying to do right now is I have a deadline to meet. Within the next couple of weeks, the Fed will meet and determine the final, let's say, interest rate. Then it'll go to lock, and then we kind of continue from there. The biggest thing about the HUD commitment and the HUD process, it takes over a year to do, and that's all the federal government does. It insures the loan, right? And it ensures me that I'm gonna be able to satisfy all the requirements, build the project, follow all the standards, and then deliver a project. Does that clarify it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Cool. And one other quick question.
Before you leave, Mr.
And
Valencia,
for the-
could you say
yeah.
your name for the record?
Yes, Eddie Valencia.
Okay. Then one other quick question on that. As far as the property tax abatement, I've had a lot of questions about, currently right now, I think we're generating about $1,800 a year of revenue off of it. If I remember from the last presentation, you guys said that we would generate 300, or our portion of it would be 384,000 over the 7-year period.
So that I can refer to RB on the valuation on that. So whatever we're getting, we're still going to get.
We'll get the 1,800 a year.
Yes, we're still going to
Okay.
get what, it just freezes the taxes.
Yes.
At
but-
that time.
But after the 7-year period, just because that was the question from the people was, how much money are we essentially losing? And right now, we're not losing anything.
That's correct.
We're going
So-
to get the same as what we're currently getting.
That's correct. We won't be losing money. Well, it depends on how you look at it. We'll keep the same amount, we'll keep it at the same level. We're losing the money on the total evaluation of it. And then last time I misspoke, I got our percentage wrong with the schools.
Okay.
So the schools are about 10% and we're about 5%. So our amount would be lower than what the numbers that we calculated on our end.
Okay. So I don't know why 384 stuck in my head. I think that's what you'd said in the last.
Yeah, it was at the 10%.
So we're going to roughly be half of that. So we're going to be 116. Yeah. And then divide that by 7, and that's how much we would actually generate a year off of that for the 7 years.
On the estimated increase in value, yeah.
Okay. So it's a very minimal amount of money that we're not going to get, essentially. Okay. Just wanted that kind of on the record, that was one of the biggest complaints or concerns that I'd heard about it.
And then also, just so you're aware, because we got some concerns from the school that we did put on this, that the county will work with the schools in good faith to get support from them on this, because we got some questions about that. I believe that you spoke with RB and that.
And I've been working with RB, the county attorney, because that was one of the chief concerns that our office has gotten, was a lot of people didn't understand. They thought there would be no taxes coming in at all, versus just this is kind of, the price will stay where it's at currently until the 7 years is up, and then they'll be reassessed in the new development with the higher property value. That will then be the new tax.
Okay.
And the county's been very agreeable so far with working with us at the moment, so.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Okay. Do I have a motion to, what number is this? Approve item 7.
I motion to approve item 7.
I will say the motion has to be approved as amended per Stephanie's changes.
Motion to approve item number
Oh.
7 with Stephanie's changes.
With the amended,
As
it's not
amended.
228, it's 114 units.
Is that the only,
Oh,
there's
and-
2 amendments.
And whatever it is
Do I need to
you
read them
said.
for the record again?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, so we will change the whereas from 228 units to 114, and we will change item number 6 from what it currently says, and it will say, should the designation of the proposed metropolitan redevelopment area or subsequent metropolitan redevelopment plan be challenged in litigation or administrative proceedings, it shall be the duty of the county to defend such actions.
Okay.
If we had to,
I'll
if we,
second that. That was a very lengthy motion. I'll second that, though.
Okay. I have a motion from Commissioner Guthrie and a second from Commissioner Reardon. Can we put up the vote, please? I'm deciding, in case you're wondering why I haven't voted yet. I'm thinking. And motion passes 6-1. Okay, we're going to move on to, we're going to move on to item 8, adjourn into executive closed session in compliance with 10-15-1 to discuss pending litigation, Otero County Tularosa Basin Regional Dispatch Authority. Do I have a motion to adjourn into executive session?
So moved.
I have a motion from Commissioner Reardon. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Mayor Pro Tem McDonald. Can we put up the vote? And motion passes 7-0. We are adjourned.